as well. As you can see, some windscreen wipers going off, which is a whole new challenge for our classic drivers, that's for sure. And while there's one driver in particular that's absolutely loving this, and that is Anton Werner, the 4x4 car being the Audi Coupe Quattro. Will absolutely love these conditions and expect to see some sideways motion for sure, but expect him to be able to get the best out of that car as well. Hopefully you're well. And hopefully you indeed will enjoy this. 20 minutes they've got to put their best lap times in. Expect there to indeed be some surprises. Stefan Mucker, though, prior DTM driver, of course, will be in the Zach Speed Capri as well. That is some early morning enthusiastic flag waving, if ever I've seen it before. As we head up then towards turn number 3, so much spray being kicked up. And while there's Meyer with the bonnet of the car up, that's not what you want to see. Not at this stage. Peter Obbendorfer there as well, on the left-hand side, the boss. There's some more really enthusiastic flag waving. Seems like well, this is like a flag wave off at this point. Who's the least enthusiastic? Well, not even moving that one. There we go. Here we go. This is brilliant stuff here. And, well, we move a little bit further on. Nice wrist action there. Maybe a 5.5. And here we go. There it is. 8.5 out of 10 for the flag waving. Got some enthusiasm here. Yes, the rain may indeed make the lap time slower, but it will not dampen the spirits of the green flag. There's Otto Rensing, who indeed will be racing in the Porsche 911 RSR with that big yellow stripe down the middle. And there is Anton Werner to the left-hand side there with... on the inside of that blue Porsche. Saluski will be racing in the Porsche this weekend, or has been. A great race for P3 actually yesterday with Otto Rensing's car. It was a fantastic race actually. And then we have got just in behind Cameraman, the number 40, managed to finish in second position yesterday. They was being caught by Ronnie Shear, but unfortunately Ronnie Shear's pro car succumbed to some engine issues. Up towards turn number 3 they will come. Door left wide open then. Let the number 40 go through. Some serious pace. Oh, trying to light those rears up. You can hear the wheel spin there. And you've got to be so careful. It's so easy to drop these cars for sure. So welcome to everybody watching around the world. If you're on YouTube right now, get yourselves involved. If you're on Twitch as well, get yourselves involved in the chat. I'm more than happy to give you a shout out as well. Let me know where you're watching from as well. We've got Strauss, who managed to get some points yesterday in the Tommaso Pantera. Is it too much wishful thinking to see it twice in one weekend? Well, I'm sure we're about to find out. As Ronnie Shear has stopped somewhere on circuit. So Ronnie Shear, who had a puncture in qualifying 1 yesterday, and indeed stopped during the race and did not finish yesterday, has stopped once again here. So not good in the slightest. Stefan Mucker, who you imagine is favourite to go and get pole position here. An incredible racing driver. It's currently purple through sector number 1, as you would expect. Cameraman is purple through sector number 2. Got people watching from Japan. Shout out to all the Japanese viewers. How long is the weather going to be? Ricky, I'm many things, but I am not a weatherman. No idea. Could be all day, could be the next hour. I'm from the UK as well, so, you know, it just changes all the time. Who knows? Car number 6 has got no transponder signal, which is not ideal. So it says that Ronnie Shear stopped on track, but that might not be the case. We just have no transponder signal. Stefan Mucker coming around the final corner. And this will be the first real quick time, I imagine. As Cameraman has done a 53.561. Rensing, Saluski, and then Werner are second, third, and fourth. As Mucker goes across the line, it's a 53.631. It's maybe 700ths of a second between P1 and P2. And, well, we know what it's like for the DTM Classics. If there's a replay, it's either cool or something crazy's happened. And, well, that is a lockup, if ever I've seen one. And, well, luckily there's a bit of an escape road there to work out. And it's just showing off the Austrian flag there on the runoff on the exit of turn number 1. Giving the fans what they want. We'd love to see it. Stig's Indian cousins watching from India as well. We've got Kyle watching from Los Angeles. Wow. It's a bit better conditions where you are, Oxia, is it now? So Oxy's watching from Lyon in France. Nice. I imagine it's quite nice weather there. And yeah, Cameraman is exploring every inch of the circuit at this stage. Strauss puts in the time then in the Pantera. Zimmerman's just moved up to P14. Raff's now in 11th position. And in terms of first and middle sectors here, Cameraman is going slower. Mucker is going a little bit slower through sector number 1. The rain isn't tumbling down hugely, but there is more rain in the air. So the track will probably stay very similar in terms of lap times across this whole session, because the water that they are displacing is being replaced. But I wouldn't say there was any more water coming down. So yeah, it's going to be interesting here. I think the track is in a state where you can find some time. And it does help when you find your braking point there. So Cameraman smashing it that time, not running off on the exit of turn number 1. As Kainzinger moves up to 16th position as it stands. Anton Werner's the driver everyone's watching out for, though. The Audi Coupe Quattro just moved up to P5 as Stefan Mucker brings the Ford Zaxby Capri Turbo into the pits. Hopefully it's just for a few checks and we're all good. So the car's moving, so you've got to assume that's a good thing. Otto Rensing using some curb there on the exit of 1. Or shall I say, the exit of 3, down towards 4. High risk, high reward using any curb, really, in these conditions. All painted as well, so they're going to be super slippy. As Muller-Vrede in the Porsche Carrera RSR moves up then into P5. Saluski up to P6. Anton Werner now down to 7th. We've then got Wolfgang Kaup up to 9th position. Klusser moves down into 10th. And Stephanie is now in the top 8 as well. Ray watching from the Isle of Wight. That's really near where I live. Kenchi watching from Germany. Maybe one day, Yuri. Maybe one day. Yeah, it doesn't matter whether it's rain or shine. The engines here make a hell of a sound, that's for sure. The RS 1600, again, currently in P9. So Klusser having a good time with it. It seems like the perfect conditions for the Ford. With those wet tyres. Just trundling along, getting those lap times in. And as I say that, we see through turn number 1, some bumper cars jumping over the sausage curve there onto the runoff. And it really is all just finding the grip in these conditions. Very, very tough to find the grip where the grip is, and kind of just got to go and explore the circuit on your own. And here is your provisional pole sitter as it stands then, Cameraman. In the number 40. This is not a fast lap, that's for sure. Might be an in-lap here, actually. Trying to get that power down here. Almost impossible. As soon as you touch the throttle, the wheels just want to spin. So much torque running through the car. Running down the hill. So again, it looks like it's not going to be the quickest lap time, that's for sure. About 5 seconds off the pace. Track limits warning for Otto Rensing. Klusser in 9th position, of course. We just saw a run off at turn number 1. Also with a track limits warning. And to everybody, well, there's Peter Mucker, by the way. Moonlighting there as a window washer. Hopefully he's being paid for that. But yesterday's race winner, of course, maybe the head a little bit foggy from the champagne. But thoroughly deserved, that's for sure. So Stefan Mucker brings the Ford Zaxby Capri Turbo out of the pits. And now we'll try and go out there and get pole position. So yes, later on today we will have the race around about 4 p.m. Local time. And for all of you watching in the UK, that will be around about 3 p.m. Again, if you are watching on YouTube right now, you can go and put a notification on for the race. You just need to go to the live stream. It will say race 2 DTM Classic 2022, and then you just turn the notifications on, and then you'll be notified around about 30 minutes before as Schumann gets the car sideways, chucks it into the gravel, and recovers brilliantly. It's almost trying to give the spectators something to cheer at here. Look at that. Whew. It's impressive stuff. Very impressive. Oh, all the way around, yeah, number 88. Off we go. Holds on to it though. So Zimmerman, all good. Gets the car going. Back into first gear and off we go. It just goes to show how treacherous the conditions are now, trying to get some heat back into those tyres. That windscreen wiper just on the left-hand side of the car. Don't need it on the right-hand side, of course. Just here to be racing. And there is Stefan Mucker. 9 minutes left on the clock. 9 minutes left. Who's everyone's favourite car? Who's everyone's favourite car that's racing this weekend? We started the weekend with 26. We are down to, I think, 20. Landler, Schumann, Schiedelbauer, Hageman and Petrokovic, I don't think are going to be out there today. Maybe they're just not going to do qualifying and they will be out for the race. That happens quite often for the DTM Classics. The race is always the same, Ricky. The race is always 25 minutes plus 1 lap. VK97 is watching from Greece. Welcome. Hopefully you're well. Pantera then, Strauss across the line. 14.2 seconds off the pace as it stands. As we're about to see, I think Anton Werner do something, well, pretty incredible. And that's light up the exhaust. Flames all the way down the hill. And that's made me feel very warm inside. Oh, lovely old job. A few more corners like that and the track will be dry in no time. So here is the Opel Kadett then of Wolfgang Kaup. Such a unique looking car. Look at the skirt at the bottom there. Bright green race suit as well. Bright green steering wheel. I'm surprised there's not bright green fluffy dice on the wing, on the old wing mirror. Or on the wind. But yeah, beautiful looking car. As you see now, Stefan Mucker, who has yet to get that lap time in that we expect from Stefan. Should be pole position really in the Ford Zaxby Capri Turbo, I would say. But through Sector 1 and Sector 2, it is purple. So I think we're about to see the Zaxby Capri Turbo make its way up onto pole position. Bimo, welcome. Hopefully you're well. What's the oldest car in this series? Oh, what is the oldest car in this series? That's a really good shout. I would probably say it would be the Porsche 914-6s. Kainzinger and Ilgner would be the two eldest. But I would need to go and get that fact checked. I'm going to go find that out today, Cass. And do you know what? Come back for the race later on and I'll tell you. I will tell you. Rob, thank you. Hope you have a good day as well. Lots of racing action this weekend. So Stefan Mucker then is indeed now provisional pole, 49.259. And, well, that's 4 seconds faster than Kammerman. Kammerman has just gone across the line as well and improved. So it's now 3.5 seconds to gap between the two of them. Gabor watching from Hungary. Welcome. Beautiful country. Car 35 just had the current lap time deleted for track limits at turn 1. A few people have been off on the exit of turn number 1 now, haven't they? Seems like it's very difficult to pin your braking point. Banging on the brakes here. So Rebecca here in the number 66. Making their way through turn number 4. And it's now a bit of a traffic jam through the middle sector here. Which is the oldest car? All of them. That's a good point. That is a good point. They're all pretty old. See both the Jägermeister BMWs coming through the middle sector here. Listen to the grunt of that engine. So Meyer then is in Meyer is in number 28. Group 2 car from back in the day. And I can assure you, just getting up close and personal to these cars, they are as spectacular as you see on camera. Anton Werner. Where's Anton Werner then? It's a P9 currently in that 4x4 Audi Coupe Quattro. So everyone's been like, he's been praying for rain. Everyone I've spoken to, like, he's been praying for rain this weekend. He's got it. He's got some rain. Now a chance to really showcase the skill set. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're expecting, Gabor, from a Ford Zaxby Capri Turbo down to a Ford RS 1600. If you're expecting it to be hundredths of a second between them, yeah, then maybe you should just go and have a little bit of a look at the engine sizes and the difference in cars, bud. Yeah, there's always going to be disparities between times. There's 6 different classes within one race. So there's always going to be a slower group of cars, and there's always going to be a faster group of cars. As we saw Ronnie Shear there, just drive off the circuit into turn number 1. So Shear, I think, may have sorted the issue in terms of the transponder. Yes, so Ronnie Shear's up to P3 now. It is, yeah, it's a very intimidating car. The sound of it is ridiculous. So last time out, we had a red flag in free practice. So they did free practice in the evening. We didn't broadcast it. So I got to stand next to the track. And it was ridiculous as we all down in towards the apex of turn number 4. Will not fall off the track. Muller-Vrede with a very, very impressive save there. Just gets a wobble. There's a bump there. You've got to get on the brakes a little bit earlier because that bump will set the rear off. Just a little snake. And just about manages to hold on to the race circuit. So that was very good. I think if that Porsche ends up going into the gravel backwards there, that's a recovery job. That'll be game over. Here's number 63 then. So Schumann on the outlap. We'll just about get one more attempt actually around here. Naturally, the lap times are going to be a lot slower because of the conditions. Conditions not showing any signs of improvement here this morning either. Car 703 had a lap time deleted for track limits at turn number 1. So that will be Ilgner. He's currently down in 20th position. My favorite livery of all the teams. Oh, that is a tough one. That is a tough one. I'm actually, you know what, this weekend I'm probably going to say Petrokovic's Ford Capri Group 5. It's his own team kind of livery, but it's a lovely blue and white. And it's one I hadn't seen before. I think the obvious answer is the Jägermeister liveries, right? They are synonymous with German motorsport. So I guess they're like the obvious answer, but something out of the box, Petrokovic's Ford Capri would be what I would say. I also like the number 311 Slewski's Porsche 911 RSR, just all blue, all baby blue as Schumann there slides the rear out. It doesn't matter who's racing in the Schumann Motorsport cars, they always love to get the cars sideways. Olaf Manti in the DTM Classic, and well, right now we've got Schumann here, Peter Schumann in the DRM Cup. They love it. Yes, they are red headlights. Horstman. Yes, it might rain all day today. I think it's going to, but most teams seem to think it's going to be dry for the most part after sort of 11 o'clock this morning. So I don't know, really. I think it's... I've been looking at my weather forecast on Google for the last week, and it's all said it's going to rain all day on Sunday. From what I'm looking at right now out of my commentary box window, it's going to rain all day today, but who knows? It is very similar to Spa here in Spielberg. It can just change on a dime, so we just don't really know. We have no idea. It's going to be a very interesting day. EOIC, you're watching from the East Coast at 3 a.m. I was on the West Coast last weekend, actually. But yeah, on the East Coast, and you're watching this at 3 a.m., we absolutely appreciate it. Rob S, no Volvos? No, this is a little bit before their time. A little bit before their time. There's Ronnie Shear then, currently in 3rd spot. And the checker flag has indeed been dropped here. So Stefan Mucker, as it stands, will be pole sitter. We then got Kammerman in 2nd spot. And that is a done and dusted job there. Oh, off the circuit we are going there. That is not ideal for Meyer. Meyer gets the car going once again. I think the only thing damaged there might be the ego. Just, yeah, the rear and the front swap ends. Again, it looks spectacular, right? Not into the grass. Nothing really major doing there. Yeah, just got a little bit too quick for the turn. Simple as that. And that's one way of finding out the grip. Better to do it now in qualifying than in the race, that's for sure. So Meyer will indeed have P10 as a maximum here as the checkered flag has come out for nearly half our grid. Got Ravecki now joining here as well. Ravecki and Meyer. The pole is going to look to try and go around the outside of the sister car. He's got the Opel Kadett there, indicating to say you can go on the inside, no problem. Oh, these cars are hard to control at the best of times, let alone with a load of rain on the circuit, that's for sure. Rehan watching from Asia. Hopefully you're all well. Oh, hold on, nope. Oh, well, in the end, did. Ravecki dropped it, saved it, dropped it, saved it, then dropped it again, all in one motion. So that was spectacular, to say the very least. And that is certainly a move that will bring hairs to your chest. Look at this. So just gets a bit of oversteer, a bit of aquaplaning there for sure. Saves it, then chucks it out right, and then just about saves it again. It's actually impressive car control, because that so easily could have dug into the gravel there by going in sideways. But no, went in straight, able to utilize the fact that the gravel is going to be pretty compact because of the weather we've had. And drives back onto the track and done. So there we go. Session nearly done. Final qualifying session of the season then is done and dusted. The next thing you'll see from these cars will be race time this afternoon. So whatever you're doing this afternoon, make sure that you're tuning in. Make sure you go turn notifications on for the stream. It's already queued up. It's already ready to watch right now on the DTM YouTube channel. So turn notifications on and you will indeed then have a warning about 30 minutes. You'll get a notification on your phone or your PC with 30 minutes before the race does indeed begin. Stefan Mucker will take pole position here, ladies and gentlemen. Kammerman will finish in second spot. And then we've got Ronnie Shear and Otto Rensing as your second row. Schumann and Saluski are your third row. Anton Werner in seventh then in the end. Stephanie in eighth. And then got Muller-Vrede and indeed Meyer as your top 10. Kaup and Strauss are indeed on your sixth row. Klusser and Rass seventh. Then on the eighth row is Ravecki and Kainzinger. Zimmerman and Ilgner are on the ninth row. And Dyring and Kainzinger round out your top 20. Unfortunately, Landler, Schumann, Schiedelbauer, Hageman and Petrakovic will not be taking part in qualifying. Maybe we'll see a couple of them in the race. Talking of races, that will be live later on this afternoon. Make sure you come and tune in.